following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Arizona, this is Brother Mike. I'm back on the radio. God bless you today. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Today's Bible study. Todd Bentley. He's at it again. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? This is going to be a very unusual program today. I'll make a couple of quick announcements while you make that call. Hey, this is Brother Mike. I'm the certified professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center. We're there in downtown. We're on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. If you go to the website, you can see a list of all of our ministry services. We have services Thursday and Friday night. Thursday is our healing room, and Brother Rick teaches that class, and then you wouldn't believe the moving of the Spirit after that teaching. It's absolutely quite remarkable. That's something you really need to see. 7 p.m. Thursday night. Also on Thursday nights, we have our mental illness healing class for born-again Christians who are mentally ill. There's no charge. Please be there at 7 p.m. Also on the website, you can sign up for our archive radio shows. You can catch them on omni.fm/shows/hardcore Christianity. Say hi to all of our friends at KXXT Christian Radio 1010 AM and all of our friends over at darkskyradio.com on the internet. May God richly bless you. If you need to do self-deliverance at home and you don't have anybody to help you, just send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. I'll send you a copy of the step-by-step procedures you need to go through to be healed or delivered. Mike@hardcorechristianity.com. Don't forget about Sister Karen. She's on the homepage of the website. She'll be happy to help you list your home or sell your home for you. She loves working with born-again Christians. Also, on the website, if you ever had any interest in going into the healing or deliverance ministry, I now have a training course, 18 sessions. You can order it off the website. I put it on a flash drive so you can take it with you everywhere you take your laptop. May God richly bless you. Todd Bentley. Oh, man, poor Todd. Listen, folks, everybody agrees that there's a tribulation coming. Everybody agrees that the second coming of Christ occurs at the end of the tribulation. Most Christians, 99% of them believe that basic doctrine. The debate occurs over the rapture. The rapture is the debate. Some people believe it's before the tribulation, some in the middle, some in the end. But regardless of that, there is a pre-tribulation. There is a period of time before the tribulation starts that I call the pre-tribulation. In the Bible, it's called the latter days. And in my opinion, we are now in the pre-tribulation because all the signs, or almost all the signs that were predicted to occur in the tribulation is currently occurring now. For example, Matthew 24, there shall arise false Christs, false prophets, showing great signs and wonders, insomuch that if possible, they will deceive the very elect. Now, Jesus is talking about that occurring during the tribulation, but believe it or not, it's already occurring. It's already happening right now. For example, Apollo Quiliboy in the Philippines has over 1 million followers. He says that he's the Son of God. John Miller in Australia from Divine Truth Ministry says he's Jesus. David Shaler on YouTube, nobody believes him, but anyway, he says he's Jesus. Maurice Clemens, the cop killer, he's in prison now. He says he's Jesus. He has all kinds of followers in the prison. The late Jesus Luis de Miranda in Florida said that he was Jesus Christ, died of liver cancer. Michael Travesser in New Mexico, the Lord Our Righteousness Church. That was an end-time ministry cult. He said he was Jesus. He said he was the Messiah. Went to prison for child abuse. Listen, the things Jesus was talking about in the tribulation are already happening now in the pre-tribulation. Matthew 24, many false prophets shall arise and deceive many, because iniquity shall abound and the love of many shall wax cold. Here's a phrase Jesus is talking about during the tribulation that applies right now. Todd Bentley, for example, fell again. He fell in Lakeland in 2008. He fell again in 2013. He's fallen again in 2019. Fallen from what? Iniquity that is abounding. It's already started to abound. It's already started to abound. 1 Timothy chapter 4, the Spirit speaks expressly that in the latter times, I call it the pre-tribulation, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. That's the Greek word didaskalia. It means teachings of demons. It's already happening right now, dear friends. It's already happening in the pre-tribulation. Everything that happens during the tribulation, most of it happens in the pre-tribulation, the period we are currently now in. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, listen to this. Let no man deceive you by any means. That day will not come except there come a falling away first, and then that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition. That's the Greek word apolia. It means the son of destruction. It says there's going to be a great falling away first. That's the Greek word apostasia. It's the great apostasy. It's going to occur during the tribulation, but it's already starting to occur now because we're in the pre-tribulation period. Marty Sampson, a famous Christian songwriter from Hillsong, just renounced his faith. Josh Harris, the Christian author that wrote I Kissed Dating Goodbye, has now renounced Christianity and is marching in gay rights parades. Pete Wilson, the megachurch pastor from Cross Point, fell. Harry Noble, the New Springs megachurch pastor, he fell. Bob Coy, the megachurch pastor from Calvary Chapel, he fell. Dave Reynolds, Cornerstone Bible Fellowship, that's another megachurch. What happened to him? He fell. Don't you see that? There's going to be a great apostasy occur during the tribulation, probably during the first half of it would be my guess. But it's already occurring now in the latter times because we are in the pre-tribulation. Okay? 2 Peter chapter 2, there were false prophets among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you who privately will bring in damnable heresies. That's the Greek word apolia again, and it means destructive false teachings. And in the Bible, the verse says, quote, even denying the Lord that bought them, and they will bring upon themselves swift, apolia in Greek, same Greek word, destruction. It's happening right now in the charismatic and prophetic movements. All kinds of false doctrines are springing up, just exactly like this verse said. Have you ever heard of the New Apostolic Reformation? NAR. Have you ever heard of Dominionism? Have you ever heard of the New Prophetic Apostolic Movement? Have you ever heard of the Second Apostolic Age? Have you ever heard of the Restoration of Apostle and Prophets teaching that came out in 2001? Did you ever hear the teaching, the third wave of the Spirit? Did you ever hear the teaching Transfigurationism? Did you ever hear the teaching Courts of Heaven? Have you ever heard the teaching about the 7 mountains? Christians are going to take over the 7 mountains of the secular world. Religion, education, government, entertainment, media, arts, business. What? All these are false doctrines. Peter called them destructive heresies. They're destructive heresies. They're only created to sell DVDs and CDs. That's all they're doing. Books, DVDs, and CDs. 2 Peter chapter 2, many shall follow their pernicious ways. Same Greek word. Peter uses this word over and over in the text. Apolia, destructive. ruinous. Many will follow their ruinous ways, and by way the reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. That's exactly what's happening. All these ministers that are renouncing their faith, that's the apostasia. It's already started. These ministers like Todd Bentley who are living in bondage of iniquity and sin. This is what's going to happen during the tribulation, but it's already happening now during the pre-tribulation. Peter goes on in 2 Peter chapter 2, he says, through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you. The Greek word for feigned there is plastos, where we get our English word plastic. These phony TV preachers are like carnival barkers. They mold the gospel into what you want to hear. It's called seeker-friendly faith. They want to know what you want to hear and what you like, and so they mold like plastic the word to fit your delusions. And it says they will make merchandise of you. Ipor is the Greek word where we get our English word emporium. It's where traveling salesmen used to stop to sell their wares. These phony rot gut TV preachers are cooking up stuff to appeal to your soul and your emotions and appeal to the iniquity which is starting to abound. And then they make you a product. They sell stuff to you. And like Kenneth Copeland, they build mansions. They drive fleets of luxury cars. They fly luxury planes, all because of plastos, the Greek word, molded words to make merchandise of people. Then Peter said in chapter 2, they will have their eyes full of adultery, and they cannot cease from sin. Here is Todd Bentley and the verse in the Bible that describes him perfectly. Having eyes full of adultery, they cannot cease from sin. Now that's the Greek word akatapasos. Akatapasos is the Greek word that means to be addicted. Todd Bentley is addicted to lust. If you, friend, fall into any of these categories, you can be completely healed and delivered at the Arizona Deliverance Center. If you're a born-again Christian, you're eligible for free counseling services. You have no excuse. You have no excuse left. There's no charge to help you. You need to come in and get healed and delivered. Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, Brother Rick will be there to pray for you. 602-636-5800. The pre-tribulation is upon us. You have to change now.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.